Here is a longboard project that I'm starting with some custom graphics that'll be wrapped. Paying tribute to one of my favorite skaters as a kid. Graphic that I got off of Google of someone that took a picture of his new, the reissue board. And I said, hey, that was high enough res. I can use that and I can build this off of it. And then we also have the classic Powell Peralta top, and then some stripes that will go on top of the deck once it's all set up. And the deck itself came from East Blit blank boards. It's a, I believe, 41-inch by almost 10 inches. I think it's 9.75 on their website, but I think it measured 10 inches at the widest point. It has a kick nose and kick tail on it. First time I ordered from them, but it seemed to go pretty well. These graphics, as you can see, have already been trimmed out to size. This one, I will be doing the same thing. The image itself has a 1/2 inch bleed around the whole image, which means it's just extra image that, so when I wrap the board, I'll trim off the excess with a razor blade. Okay, you can see now that I've hand trimmed out the graphic, so it'll be easier to eyeball it when I position it on the deck. As you can see, you don't have to be real precise. I got a little bit of that white showing. That's really no big deal because, like I said, I got a 1/2 inch bleed on there, so all that's going to get trimmed off. Anyways, the things that you need to apply this is just a squeegee, and there's my squeegee right here. It's just a piece of hard cardboard with a paper towel wrapped over it and some good old duct tape to keep it in place. Okay, so I have the board laid up into my little jig here, and the board's really not moving. What I decided to do is I'm going to start wrapping down this side first because I want to square up the artist initials, try to get them centered right above my truck holes. So what I'm going to do, once I get that position figured out, I'm going to take some strips of duct tape and just lightly tack down these sides right here so it won't shift up here. And then I will peel back the backer position. I release the backer. Now this is really sticky, so I don't want to try to mess that up, so I'm going to just take a razor blade. Sharp razor blade is even better. Release that. All these graphics were printed at my work. I do the computer graphic part of it, not the production, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to just feather it out like this, and slowly, as I work my way down, just kind of fan it out. So far it's going pretty good. You want to try to avoid any air bubbles. Just kind of come back. It actually worked out pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to just flip the board over and do the same thing to the other side. So now you can see what it looks like from the top of the board. So that's the bleed right there, the extra vinyl that I'm going to trim off now just using a razor blade, and I'm pretty sure this will just kind of go like how you would kind of cut your grip tape on your board, just doing it from the other side. So I'm going to hand this back over to my son and we'll do a little bit of that. So the main thing is I'm going to just have the blade kind of at this angle, and just, this stuff cuts real easy. Just poke it through and just follow the angle around the whole board. And then I'll just continue that around. It turned out really well, I think, for the first time doing this. This adhesive vinyl that I used is meant for like printing graphics for jet skis and stuff, so once it's on there, it is not coming off. So it has a nice finish. I'm glad I went with the in-between matte and gloss lamb, the luster. That worked out perfect. And then we'll flip it over for the top of the board. Threw in some stripes to kind of break her up a little bit. Looks pretty sweet. And then also here's another skin or wrap or whatever that I'm going to do. I'm going to throw this on a skated elephant board. And I'm going to put it up in my cube at work, I think. And the skin I'm going to do is, I'm a big home brewer, so I call myself 7 Ply Brewing Company. I've got my Uprising IPA, the Single Speed Blonde Ale, and the Armadillo Pale Ale. So that will end up wrapping on that board. And maybe I'll put up another video to show you some of the steps that you need to do if you want to wrap a already skated board. I'll probably have to put in some wood filler in some of these gouges and stuff, and then sand her down just slightly, so when you put the wrap on, you won't get any wrinkles or